Okay, let's see. Welcome back. This is the Hardt Academy for Inequalities, and in this video I'm showing two-step inequalities. Some of you are not on this exact worksheet for two-step inequalities for today, and if you're not on this sheet and you're on the sheet that's the CUDA software sheet, that's because you're ahead of the game. I'm not worried about you. So those who are in my sixth period, I think you're using a CUDA worksheet. Fourth period, I think you're using a CUDA worksheet. So these are the same type of problems, but I'm not going to do the CUDA worksheet examples for tonight. These are examples on the other side of the one-step inequalities sheet that looks like this. So I'm going to use these two-step inequalities as a demonstration for tonight's homework for those who have just are beginning to understand these, okay? So again, if you need help with your CUDA worksheet, the method is exactly the same. It's just that you're going to have different problems, okay? But the method is exactly the same. And trust me, if you guys are, masters of equations, you're going to be masters of inequalities. And this worksheet does not have any inequalities in which I need to flip the inequality sign. So I will not be dividing or multiplying by negatives in this one. So the inequalities on this sheet will stay exactly the same. However, I do want to say that if you're working on the CUDA worksheet, and I'll just bring it up for a second just because, okay? If you are working on this one, there are going to be some in which you must reverse your inequality, okay? Especially some of the ones that are on the two-step. And I don't think you guys are on this one just yet, but just in case, you're going to be flipping some of those signs. But again, I'm going to concentrate on this video on doing two-step inequalities by using the worksheet that's right here, which is also in the packet, just in case you need to refresh on how to do the two-step inequality. So here we go. So I'm going to solve this inequality just like it's let me just rewrite it. Just like it's a equation. So I'm just going to put it down here. I'm trying to figure out where's a place where I can put it neatly. Actually, let me just move this up. Here we go. I'll put it up here. So I have a 6 plus 4k greater than or equal to negative 34. Again, I apologize for my handwriting. It's not very easy to write with a mouse. And you know me, I ain't got time to redo stuff, so let's keep it rolling. So remember, I have to get k by itself. So what I'm going to do is get rid of the 6 first. Remember, 4k, that's multiply, okay? So the only thing that you can get rid of first is this 6. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. Subtract 6 from both sides. There we go. What happens is this cancels out. Now I have 4k. I don't really need that positive sign there. I know it's a positive 4k. Bring down your inequality sign. When you have a negative and a negative, please review your integer sheet. If you have lost that sheet, you can get downloaded again from Hardt Academy. Okay, down at the bottom of Hardt Academy, you'll find a PDF file of the integer sheet. Because when we have a negative and a negative, we're going to add them and keep the negative signs. So 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So this is a 40 right here. Okay, so now I'm still need to get k by itself. So what I'm going to do is divide out the 4. Divide out the positive 4 on this side too. So that's going to cancel out, leaving you 1. So I have k greater than or equal to 4 will go to 40 10 times, and it's going to go negative 10. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. So now this is what my inequality answer looks like. Okay? So now that we have this, and I'll move this over a little bit if I can. Can I? Of course I can. Here we go. There we are. Okay, so now your inequality looks like this. And now we have to graph that. So the first thing for graphing, what we're going to do is circle the number that is represented. So I have a negative 10, which is going to be right here. This means greater than or equal to. So if it has this bottom line right there representing or equal to, you need to fill in the circle. Okay? So that means we can include negative 10 as part of our solution set. Now, which way should your arrow be going? Left, or should it be going right? This is the trick to find out how. Look at the numbers that are beside your answer. I have a negative 11 and a negative 9. Place those underneath your variable. Negative 11, negative 9. Now all you have to do is insert the number instead of the variable, and read the sentence. For example, negative 11 is greater than negative 10. Is that true? No, it's not. Okay, so I'll put a little X right here. Remember, when we're in negative land, the smaller number is actually the bigger one because it's closer to a 0. Okay, so think about it. What would you rather owe the bank? Negative $11 or negative 10? I'd rather owe negative 10. So negative 10 is actually bigger than negative 11. So if I say negative 11 is bigger than negative 10, that is incorrect. How about this one? Negative 9 is greater than, bigger than negative 10. That is correct. Remember, think about the bank. Would you rather owe negative 9 or negative 10? You'd rather owe negative 9. So now that you know that negative 9 is the better answer, okay, find that negative 9 is on the right side of your negative 10. So your arrow should be going towards the right. This is a fast, quick, easy trick to figure out what direction your arrow should be going to. Because what this says is that any number on this side of the number line can be a good answer for K. Remember, with inequalities, it's going to be more than one answer. Inequalities always have more than one solution. Okay? So that means negative 9 could fit, negative 8 could fit, negative 7 could fit, negative 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way to a billion. This number line can continue forever, and it will be correct because all those numbers will be bigger than negative 10. Let's move on to the next. Now I'm going to go over here to number 6, moving around a little bit. I'm going to solve this. I have 8 is less than negative 5 plus f over 4. Just like equations. There's my street. I'm going to get rid of the negative 5 first by adding 5 to both sides. There you go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Less than, that canceled out, f over 4. Okay? So now to finish that off, still need to get f by itself. Remember, this means that's you guys do realize that's an f right here, right? Sorry about the bad handwriting again. Okay? So this means divide, fractions mean divide, so I'm going to multiply out the 4. Multiply by 4 on both sides, because you have to do the opposite of what you see, just like in the equations. Okay? So now, what's going to happen is, remember that whole long story short thing. Okay? So we're going to have 4 times that. Long story short, if you multiply this fraction with this, these are going to cancel out, just leaving you f. Remember that? Keep your inequality sign. And then 4 times 13 is 52. So what I have is 52 is less than f. 52 is less than f. So, wait. Let's move this out a little bit. $52 is less than f. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is circle my 52. Just right here. It's not going to be closed because it doesn't have the equal sign there. And I'm going to take a look at the numbers that are beside my 52. I have a 51 and a 53. Whoops, wrong side. Put that 51 and 53 under the letter. 51 and a 53. Okay? Now, instead of saying F, insert the number. 52 is less than 51. Is that right? No, it's not. 52 is less than 53. Is that correct? Yes, it is. So your answer should be going in the direction of the 53. The 53 is on the right side. So your arrow should be going towards the right. So that's saying that all these numbers should be able to fit right here. How do you know if you got it right? Choose any of these numbers, because it's saying all these numbers should fit. Let's choose 60. Put that in here instead of F. Is this statement true? 52 is less than 60. It is. So you know that your answer is correct because all these numbers will fit. If 60 will fit, so will the rest of these. Let's move on to another. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to do, let's see, 5 is greater than 5 plus x over 6. Okay, get rid of this 5 first. Okay, notice how that left me 0. See that? Just get that out of the way for a second. That left me 0. Now, this also leaves me, with the greater than sign, this also leaves me 0. And now I have is x over 6. I'm still going to multiply. The fraction means divide, so I will multiply. Multiply on this side too. So what this is going to do, 6 times 0 is 0, greater than, and remember, all that's going to end up canceling out, leaving you x. Sorry about the messy handwriting, but by now you guys should understand what I'm doing. So I have 0 is greater than x, okay? So now that you have 0 is greater than x as your answer, I'm just going to clear that out. Put this back in. Remember, I had 0 greater than x. I will circle my 0. We'll get to numbers that you have beside it, a negative 1 or a positive 1. Put those underneath your variable. Negative 1 or positive 1, which makes sense. 0 is greater than negative 1. Is that true? It is. 0 is greater than 1. Not true. So your arrow should be going in the direction of the negative 1, which is, here's your negative 1, towards the left. Okay, so that means any number on this side, 0 will be greater than. Again, check to see if you're right. Try the 2. Put that instead of x. 0 is greater than negative 2. Is that true? It is. So yes, my arrow is going in the correct direction. Try one more. I think I'll do 2 more and then we'll be done for the day. I gotta go tutor. I tutor a 8-year-old little girl in 3rd grade math every Monday and Tuesday. All right, so for this one, I have 4 plus d over 5 greater than equal to 6. Okay? Just move that out of the way for a second. And here we go. Oops. Get rid of the 4. That cancels out. I have my d over 5 greater than or equal to 6 minus 4 is 2. Right? Move that out of the way again. This is a fraction, which means divide, so I will do the opposite of multiply. So multiply 5 on both sides. Long story short, that's going to cancel out, leaving you d. 2 times 5 is 10. So I have d is greater than or equal to 10. Let's take that answer back in over here. D is greater than or equal to 10. So I will circle my 10 for my answer. Because it has the or equal to sign, the 10 must be filled in. Take a look at the numbers that are beside it, a 9 and 11. Put that under your letter, 9, 11. Let's read what makes sense. 9 is greater than or equal to 10. No, it's not. 11 is greater than or equal to 10. Yes, it can be. So your arrows will be going in the direction of 11. Here's your 11. So that means it's going towards the right. One more. I'll do number 3. I have 25 greater than 3 plus 2n. Okay. Draw my street. Wrong. Draw my street. Let me get rid of that 3. See it? 25 minus 3 is 22. That cancels out. My greater than sign, this is out. And I have a 2n. I'll divide by 2 on both sides. Once I do that, 2 will go into 22 11 times. And greater than, that cancels out. So I have 11 is greater than n. And 11 is greater than n. Okay? Now if I did that too fast, please rewind, stop, pause, do whatever it is that you need to do. First, circle my 11 for the graphing. It is not circled in because there's no equal to sign. Not colored in, whatever. I have a 10 and I have a 12. Place those under your variable. A 10, a 12. Which statement makes sense? Plug your two numbers in the variable. 11 is greater than 10. Is that correct? It is. 11 is greater than 12. Not correct. So your line should be going into the direction of the 10, which is this way, to the left. So that means, one last time, any of these numbers should work for n. Let's choose 5. 11 is greater than 5. That is correct. Okay? How do I know if I'm not correct? Just for kicks, let's choose one of these. 14.